Yeah, but it's for your olfactory security, you know?
I'm not so sure. I think he's up to something nefarious.
Not so.
Oh, it's about to be nefarious in your nose.
I don't have anything to say to that. I'm going to deny that I'm gassy, although Elsie has heard the proof.
Gaseous clay.
Yeah, we're all going to get the opportunity to hear the proof, it sounds like.
I hope not. I'm going to, try and contain myself, if you will.
No need.
Oh,
You
good.
might as well, you got the, sound booth. You might as well fart in the sound booth as hard and as loud as you can so that it gets the full volume. You know
Yeah,
what I
then
mean?
we can
Go home.
isolate the sound and replay it anytime we want.
Yeah,
On a
put it
loop.
on a switchboard.
Right.
Nice
Right.
ball cap, Dad.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, it's you can't see it, but it's Ford, because I own a Ford F-150 1996, a truck that is in fact old enough to vote if it had voting rights.
And drink.
Yeah.
Oh, it is old enough to drink. That's true. I like that about that truck. It's drunk a lot of the time. I don't
Well,
like that.
Most most 24-year-olds are.
I don't know if that's true. Nick, you're 24. Are you drunk most of the time?
No, not most of the time.
Yes, but are your friends?
No, not most of the time. No.
I mean, that would be more than 50% of the time, and a third of their time is spent sleeping. So, I mean, that would
That would
really
be
take a
hard to
lot.
do.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, you would have to be. All of my friends pay taxes and have jobs and shit. There's no way you'd have to be able to. There's no way you'd be able to do that if you were drunk most of the time.
Not unless that was part of the job.
You could probably drink most of the time, but if you are actually drunk most of the time, no fucking way.
Well, and it gets progressively harder, right? Like, that's the whole thing.
Yeah. You got to go hard, I guess, for that.
Well, it's so worth it, though. Well, anyway, I
Yeah.
guess we're here. There was some chat that Noah might be joining us. We'll see if he actually chimes in at a later point. But in the meantime, shall we get started?
Do it.
Welcome to A Shinn Show. I'm your host, Pete Shinn. Joining me, son Nick Shinn and daughter Sarah Shinn and beloved spouse Elsie, all from different places except for Elsie and I. Well, and you and Nick are in the same place, but you're in different rooms.
You don't know that.
I don't know that, but it seems like you're in different rooms.
Yes, that's the part that we're focusing on.
Well, obviously, these rooms are both part of the bunker underneath the sub-basement, beneath the cornfield, in the undisclosed location in the Midwest, whereas we are in the COVID-19 isolation booth in the East Coast.
Two things. One, I like that you added the cornfield bit, A+.
Thank you.
And two, I do think that introduction was one of the most beautiful we've ever had.
Thank you so much. Well,
I was
I've been
wondering-
working on it.
I was
You were-
wondering how long it was going to take for you to mention COVID-19. And for
Instantly.
someone to mention COVID-19 in this podcast.
Instantly.
We're just getting it out of the way, right? Early.
Well,
We can't not talk about it at this point.
no, it's hard not to talk about because it is exponentially growing across the country.
Yeah, it is. Some lady at the fucking grocery store got pretty snippy at me about it.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, it's just like, she's like, yeah, a lot of people are making a lot of. I don't even understand how this conversation took this turn. But I was also on the phone with Dave at the same time.
Crazy.
She's
Dave.
she's like, oh, a lot of people are making a lot of money off all these people freaking out. And I was like, yeah, there's no way they're going to shut these stores down while they're still making money. And she's like, you know what? I'm done talking about it. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, I'm done talking about it. People talk about it. I'm like, you said that to me. So
You started it.
yeah.
So we're talking about it now, bitch.
Yeah, well, I was just like, okay, and I just continued having my conversation with Dave. I was processing too many words at once. But if I hadn't been on the phone with Dave, I would have been like, what are you talking about? I wish I could just talk to people like that at my job, you know?
And then
Yeah.
have them respond and then say, hey, I'm done talking to you.
Yeah, just, yeah. Strange. It was a strange interaction.
Well, that's what happens when the virus runs amok.
Yeah, I guess.
I would add that the virus is indeed running amok. I've done a good bit of research on this, and as it happens, because of our lack of testing and our lack thus far of draconian social controls, the reality is that because the virus spreads in people who are asymptomatic, we actually have no good idea.
Fucking idea.
Well,
We can do
It's-
some projections.
We
and
can
we'll-
do conservative math, which even if you do conservative math, I've given this lecture to a few people a few times, but it's basic 6th grade algebra. Okay. Even if so, and when I did this, this was like a few days ago when there were 1,700 confirmed cases. Cases. So let's just assume that the amount of confirmed cases is the actual amount of cases, even though it's way fucking more because nobody's getting tested. You know, you just don't know when you have it. There's not like kiosks on every street corner that have a free coronavirus test. So even if one person of those 1,700 people infects one person per week, only one person per week, which they would infect more, but let's keep it small here, then it's an exponential rise. But with 1,700 people in like 13 weeks, you're going to get 1 million cases. Okay? Now, the problem is probably way worse than that math suggests, but you can see how it's not an additive issue. It's a multiplicative issue.
Exponential.
Indeed. As a matter of fact, there have been, as of right now, 495 new cases confirmed today in the United States. So the reality is that right now, as we speak, it's 3,500, more than 3,500 confirmed cases.
Hello, Noah.
I'm glad you could join us. We're just talking a little COVID-19 and basic math.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Do you know what the percentages death rates are for each age group? Because I saw that earlier.
Ooh, do tell.
Not for each age group. No, yeah, I'd like to know.
I know
for
it
16
doesn't
and
ramp
above.
up to like after your 30s. It's like it's like 0.02 and below if you are like under 40 is 0.02. And then I think the next one is your 40s, and then it's 0.04. Then your 50s, it ramps up again, I think, to like 0.08. I think it's like it doubles each time almost, if I'm not mistaken. I'll look it up now.
Okay, great. Well, the bottom line is that Elsie and I have actually, Elsie has heightened risk. I have greatly heightened risk. And then people in their 60s and 70s have significantly higher risk.
I just turned 40. I'm feeling fairly safe.
Yeah, well, the fact is, though, 40 is 40. I mean, it is what
and
it is.
It does mean you have hit actually zero. It wasn't 0.2. It's just 0.2%, actually, just to correct that. 0.2%, which is still 2 in every 1,000. So you're
good.
Still doing pretty good. So 0.2% for 40 under 40, and then now LC you are at 0.4%. Sorry, doubled in risk there. 50s is 1.3, 60s is 3.6, 70s 8.0, and then 80s is 14.8 estimated death rate of all cases.
All right, and of course, the real issue is not the death rate per se. The real issue is that we have less than 1 million hospital beds in this country, and about 10 to 15% of cases are going to require hospitalization. Well, if we do the math, as you just did, Nicholas, what's going to happen is that you're going to have overwhelmed health systems in short order. And when I say short order, I mean in the next month.
That's why it's important to go along with social distancing to help flatten the curve.
And stop going out to fucking eat, dude. Stop bringing your dude, they fucking canceled school in Millard near the park that I work at is in Millard. Okay. And I go there because I need to go there for money so that I can, keep paying my bills. But other people go, like every parent that showed up there with their kids, I'm like, hey, so school canceled because of a plague, and you thought that with that time you're now going to congregate all your children together in one giant building like school, but worse because everyone's licking shit and sweating all over shit. And fucking...
Are you talking about the trampoline park?
Yes, dude, and my restaurant. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how many people would go out to eat at a Chinese buffet the day after coronavirus is declared a global pandemic? The answer might surprise you.
It's funny you say that, because me and my girlfriend were about to go out on Saturday to a Chinese buffet, and then I was like, this is a terrible idea.
It's not even just about the Chinese buffet. It's about people, if you want to not spread it to people, most people here we're going to be okay. Most people are going to get it, and most people are going to be okay, but a lot of people aren't, and there's going to be a lot of fucking infrastructure stress on the infrastructure that we can't handle. That's why Italy is fucked, because they
got to flatten that curve.
Yeah, dude. And people aren't taking it seriously. They're going out to eat still, going to get fast food and shit. You know, you shouldn't be going out and touching things
Well,
unless you absolutely have to.
All right.
I mean,
so,
even if you do go out to eat, I mean, if you wash your hands 5 times a day, you cut your risk down by 40%. So like you can go out, just be
That's
fucking clean, dude. Like wash your hands before you go. Wash your hands when you get there. I don't give a shit. And then wash your hands when you get home.
But what about other people not washing their hands? You know
Well,
what I mean?
The other issue is that this virus spreads via aerosol, which is to say that if you're within 3 foot of another person, even if you don't touch them, simply breathing spreads this virus. That's a fact.
oh,
So,
so
I thought it was only like 3 hours that it stays airborne or something.
yeah, 3 hours, but
I
okay.
guess.
So how long
That-
does it
that is-
take you
that
to
3
eat
hours
at the
is
Wuhan cafe? You
So
know?
if somebody at the store buying toilet paper sneezed on the toilet paper and had
Oh
it,
Jesus, man.
everyone's got
fucked,
it
dude.
now.
You're fucked. It's over.
Well, wear gloves, guys. Wear gloves when you go out.
Or
Or just
wear
don't go out. Hey, just
gotta-
don't do it. Stay at home.
sunglasses,
What the
a
fuck?
ski mask at all times.
Right. That's my approach. I just wear a ski mask everywhere.
Yeah. Or
Well,
Just
just
no,
wear a full
you can
gimp
wear
suit
that
every time you
Ecuadorian
go
mask.
out, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
watch
every
a
time.
fucking movie for
Become
God's
the
sake.
bubble
Read a
boy.
book, dude.
Like,
Go
you know,
get your groceries and
Contagion.
chill.
Watch
Hey.
Contagion.
Well, actually, go get your groceries if you can find groceries, because
That's not been an issue here, really.
that's not been
Yeah,
an
it's
issue
kind of been an
here,
issue.
Not
Just
in the
water and fucking toilet paper.
yeah.
How do you-
Well, in here in the undisclosed location on the East Coast, there have been some shortages at some stores. For example, we went shopping yesterday, and we went to the supermarket. There were no eggs. There was no real milk. We did have access to almond milk. There was, of course,
Of course,
no toilet
no one's
paper.
taking that.
Uh,
No one's gonna stockpile on fucking almond milk. Get out of here.
which
Dude,
is
it like
ironic.
never goes bad, man. All right, it's
I
got
will
way
say, us
longer
gluten
expiration.
and dairy-free people, we're loving this time.
Yeah,
Fuck all y'all.
it's true. The gluten-free shelf was fully stocked. But in any event, a lot of the other a lot of the other shelves were not stocked. But then, in the place where we go to shop, there is a Giant, a Walmart, a Harris Teeter, and a Safeway. And so between those 4 stores, there was enough. But if you ask your Uncle Guy, who is not participating in this podcast because he is currently in coronavirus panic mode in Denver.
You shouldn't be in panic mode, but it's good that he's
Wait.
taking it seriously.
I was about to
People
say,
aren't
are
taking
you,
it
are you
serious.
saying that the podcast, he's scared he's like going to get sick off the podcast or something?
No,
Just
no.
like-
What I'm saying is
Oh,
that
Lord.
he is too worried about coronavirus to spend any time podcasting.
That's interesting.
He's
Okay.
preparing.
Not to call Uncle Guy out or anything, but when's the last time he podcasted anyway?
Well, oh,
Whoa.
whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Fuck,
Now you got to
dude.
come to next episode.
Yeah,
Done
good
it.
point.
Done
Hey,
it
but
now.
but here's the reason why he's in a bit of a state is because none of the stores there have any staples that he's gone to. So he's struggling to find food.
Well, what's he need staples for?
Well, he's hungry. He's out of
For
food.
staples?
Yeah.
Not those kind of staples. Grocery
Oh.
staples.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. That's
He
fine.
says
Not,
he
not
needs to just randomly put paper together.
Now-
Okay, it's important. It's so important right now.
that's
Is
right.
Uncle
When-
Guy in a more remote location? Like, because we all live in pretty big city locations. We have a
I
lot
know.
of options.
Hey, there are. If you look at some of the news feeds from Denver, there are food shortages out there in the grocery stores.
Yeah,
right
sir.
now.
We also in this city, there's a lot less people than in Denver. You know,
I
a
know,
lot
but
less
I'm
people to
asking if
freak
that's
out.
where, like, I don't think Guy shops in Denver. Doesn't
well,
he? He's
no,
north
but
of that.
Shops in
Colorado-
Frederick, which is worse.
Yeah,
I mean, we're-
Colorado itself has seen a huge influx of people. Just period. You know.
Yeah, their infrastructure is behind already anyway.
Now, here's the thing I'll tell you also is that, I forget. Damn it. It was so important too. Oh, well.
Well, all I know is my left hand is my lucky hand, and I haven't washed it in years, and I'm not about to start now.
Yeah, that's the kind of proactive safety measure you can count on from Elsie. But no, the reality is that there's going to be some of this kind of stress on the infrastructure, which is what you said, Nick. And ultimately, that's that's going to be, and it already is creating problems in various locations across the country.
Yeah, the moral of the story is it's not like we can't stop what's going to happen to the medical facilities and, various other infrastructure. We can't stop what's going to happen, but we can delay it if we take it seriously and stop fucking going out places, just for a while, not forever, just for a little bit,
True.
But no, whatever.
Yeah,
Not
but
gonna happen.
Whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
it will not happen until we start actually enforcing it. So like our governor,
Governor.
in the undisclosed location said that he would start enforcing limits on gatherings of 50 or more after the first confirmed community spread. Well, the first community spread was confirmed yesterday, and so then he came back and was like, well, we'll start doing it after the second community spread.
And so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Until
So,
this whole thing blows
the whole
over.
point is that people aren't taking it seriously, and B, aren't going to take it seriously and until, the authorities force them to.
Well,
Late.
what?
I said until it's too late.
Well, that is likely true. In fact, I would suggest to you that in many ways it already is too late in terms of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But we can mitigate it. And actually, Nickel, you're absolutely right. The way to mitigate it is to avoid going out in order to minimize the spread of new cases.
Yeah, look, we will achieve herd immunity one way or the other, but we can make it a whole lot easier and a lot more efficient for our medical workers, because it's going to take a huge hit. Like, this whole thing kind of went from some whimsical, far off, fuck them, it's their problem type thing to within a week being like, oh shit, things are going to change in everyone's life, day-to-day life because of this. So, it's not hard to imagine that it's going to get as bad, if not worse, in the following months. But we can mitigate the problem by taking it seriously and not panicking, but just stop going out all the time. Going to bars, going to fucking restaurants, all that shit. If you don't need to do it, sometimes it's unavoidable. But if you don't need to do it, don't do it for a while,
Well, on that note, I mean, how are you going to make a living?
Good question. That's a very good question. A lot of more people are coming out to eat than you think at the Chinese restaurant, but business has not been good.
Yeah, so I mean,
And the store at the other job, they were supposed to close. They sent a fucking email that was like, if a school district shuts down that one of our parks is in, then we'll shut down. Okay, well, Millard closed down. I still had work this weekend. So,
well, look, the almighty dollar is pretty powerful. More powerful than a virus.
Yeah, that was an obligatory PR email saying they were going to shut down. But still, it's been slow. You know what I mean? I don't really.
Yeah, because people should not be going to a trampoline park right now.
No, they shouldn't. They fucking should not. Every parent that walks in, they're
Sweating
like,
everywhere.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, kids just like licking the handrails just up and down. Parents just watching it happen. Oh, he's having such a good time. Look at him go.
So I went to Walmart yesterday, and people are fucking disgusting, dude. The number of people I saw like touching their nose, wiping their face, and then rubbing them all over the carts. I saw one lady literally wipe her nose and then tap her kid on the shoulder. I was like, oh my God. I saw some lady picking her nose while she was talking on the phone. I was like, I need to leave right now, immediately. I need to go.
Well, here's been my fun for the week. So Monday morning, I was in a meeting with somebody who coughed directly into their hand, like throughout the whole meeting. And then they were the first ones to leave the conference room. So everybody got to touch everything.
Dude, who
He'd
even
been
still
sneezing on
does
himself.
that anyway?
Right.
Who even still coughs
Right.
into their
Yeah,
hand? That was
First of all,
never okay.
Sleeves and shirt, homie. Sleeves and shirt.
What's that,
Yeah.
Noah?
You always cough into your sleeves and shirt, homie.
Right.
Like your
So
elbow.
then,
right into your fucking hand.
Just
when you
go
fucking-
right into the collar. Do the whole collar move. That's classic. It's classic. Do both. Go into the collar, all right, and then sweep around the arm. Just cover it all up. You know what I mean? Just classy. More
Yeah,
classy.
just not into your hand. What do you do with it now that you got that lung butter in the palm of your fucking hand? In the middle
well,
of the
obviously
day?
you wipe it on doorknobs for everyone
funky.
else.
Yeah,
That's
but you
fucking
save a
dumb.
little bit to slick back in your hair as you walk out.
Yeah, good point.
It's a great hair gel.
Oh,
Nonetheless, by Thursday morning, I was working from home because I was sick, and just coincidentally found out I was working with people who had been exposed to COVID-19 last week and were getting tested. So it's been fun.
Now, here's the.
Have you been tested?
Well, this is a good question. Has Elsie been tested? And the answer is no. And would you like to know why? Because she called the health department and said, hey, I'm sick with flu-like symptoms. Should I get tested? And they said to her the following: no, only if you have trouble breathing.
See, I thought it
Well,
was if you had a fever.
This is how
Fever
you
and
spread disease.
Well, it depends on every location, how many test kits they might have available, how many cases they might think they have in the area. So they're doing a thorough evaluation of whatever they hear the person say their symptoms are over the phone. And then they're either saying yes or no to come in.
So what this tells you is that there are doubtless many cases that aren't being confirmed simply because we are not doing aggressive testing. Full stop.
And there you have it.
And
yeah,
there
so
you,
it's just a classic case of people not fucking taking it seriously, you know?
yeah, well, they'll take it seriously when they can't go to the hospital because there is no capacity.
Or not
Yeah.
enough infrastructure to test people at all.
Yeah, so tell your friends, everybody, you know, just like make sure all the people you know it's not a fucking good idea to go out if you don't need to. Seriously. Like go out where other people are. Just don't do it. It's not that hard either. Read a fucking book, you know, watch a movie, jerk off, take a nap, whatever, man. Stay at home.
In fact, you can do all of those things at once.
Yeah.
If you're talented.
Simultaneously. If you want it hard enough, you know. You really care.
Right. You can have a dream, and I think that that's important. Hey, listen, speaking of dreams, so what does it mean to be on the back line, Nick?
What?
What does it mean to be on the back line?
On the back line?
Yeah.
I assume you're referring to the Backline Comedy Club where I did an open mic last week.
Yeah,
We need details.
I mean,
Yeah,
it was.
deets, bro, deets.
I don't want to. You know, it was fine. It was good. It went a lot better than I expected it to. There was a lot
If you
more
didn't
people there
bomb,
than I
that's
thought
fine.
there would be.
Like
I only
how many
thought there would be like 5 or 6 people, and there was like 7. No, I'm just kidding. There's like 10. There's like
exponential.
10 or 15 of them. I don't know. I got some laughs, so I was so fucking nervous. I had to pound 2 beers before I even got up there.
So what
which
was your shtick? What did you present? What was your material?
Well, I won't get into the whole thing because it's like a whole.
It's a
you
whole
know.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. So, but there was this time, and this is actually a true story, that me and Dad were at a grocery store, and I was really young, but there was this younger kid. There was a lady in front of us paying for her groceries, and there was this younger kid who was hers, just like kind of dicking around off to the side, like unattended, you know? And I was like watching no one watch this kid. And then he just kind of did his dumb little fucking kid dance slowly closer to the door, and then he just went out the front door. And I'm just watching the mom not notice. And the whole time I'm thinking like, okay, well, surely she's the adult here, so she's probably got this under control. And then me and Dad go up to pay for the groceries, and she's like, oh my God, my fucking kid, where is he at? And I'm like, he's out. I think I saw him go out there. And then we went out there, and he was out front. And Dad just said, good job, son. You may have saved that kid from being abducted. That's the actual story. I told it like that. Well, I didn't tell it like that, but I had some more tags and lines.
I'd also
and shit in
say
there.
a little shit kid like that, no one wants to abduct.
Yeah. Well, the way I had it, I added that there was an old man out there talking to him, and then he like ski-daddled once we ran out there. And Dad
Right.
said, "Good job, you saved him from being abducted." And I was like, "No, I saved him from being taken and fucked." But I also, I had
Yeah.
this whole preamble about how my sisters told me, like, stay away from elderly people or strangers, like, who try to take you somewhere because they're gonna take you and fuck you. And then at the end, I'm like, "Oh yeah, the technical term is getting taken and fucked."
Good
And then
bit.
Dad's like, "Oh, where did you hear that horrible language? Oh, you know what? Doesn't matter. Let's get out of here before they realize we didn't pay for these groceries."
Actually, I thought you were going to tell the story about the time we were in the grocery store and some lady came up and gave me her phone number.
I don't recall.
You're the
that
only one who
ever.
remembers that, Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
wonder
suddenly
why.
need to hear this story.
Don't remember that.
It's
I
not
only
much it's not much of a story. Sarah, you were probably, I don't know, 11 years old or something, and Nick, you were maybe, whatever that 11 minus 5 is. And anyway, this lady just walked up to me in the grocery store while I was shopping and gave me her phone number and said, "You should call me," and walked off. True story. And
You're
so,
like, okay.
yeah,
So
that's exactly what it was.
can I just walk it back? Did you just like skip over the fact that you can't figure out what 6 is?
It's not that he can't figure it out. It's that he's not going to expend the energy to try and actually figure out how old Nick is.
Yeah, well, at that time, yeah. I mean,
But also, just to wrap this up, so I also added that the reason the lady was taking so long is that she was paying with check, and this is at a time when it was more socially acceptable to pay with check, but it was always annoying. And I was like, now if you try to pay with a check at Walmart, the cashier presses a little button underneath the counter, and the Walmart secret police come out of the veggies like fucking SEAL Team 6, drag you straight to hell. Go ahead, try to pay with something with check at Walmart and see what happens. That was a good one. That was a good
bit
in there. But anyway, I was just so fucking nervous. But there was like 7 people in front of me, and like I saw them do it, and I was like, "Oh shit, I can do this. I can totally do this."
So
And then
did you just walk in and give your name?
Yeah, I just walked in, fucking wrote my name down, grabbed a beer, chugged it, smoked a cigarette, grabbed another beer, chugged it, watched these guys go, and then I was like, "Oh wait, I did not need to chug those beers. I could totally fucking do this." And then I did it, and then the people were laughing, and I got off stage, and I was like, okay, I can do this. I can make people laugh, you know?
So let me ask you this, Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Well, I started to say Nicholas Shinn, but then I just stopped at Nicholas. But let me ask you this. So will you go back, presuming that all comedy clubs aren't closed for coronavirus?
Well, I'm actually, I planned on going back this week. Now I'm not going to, because that whole spiel I said about, hey, let's limit our going out and doing shit for just a little while, you know? But also, I have nothing else. I have no other material, so I can't just go back to the same place and do the same thing.
Do any of your shit from the restaurant etiquette, and that will be a hit.
Yeah, but like this story that I did, like it was polished. It was like had a fucking beginning, middle, and end. It took me so long, and I was like, "Is this really funny?" Like, because I was too scared to like actually give the real whole performance for anyone, just in case.
Do anything
it wasn't
with
funny.
the old people, and people will fucking go for it.
Yeah, I have some ideas, but I just didn't know if they would actually work on like a bunch of people I didn't know. You know what I mean? Like I had told like some of the punchlines and shit to people I know, but I'm like, are they just fucking laughing because I'm like, I got them in a corner in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, listen
Why
to
do
this
you
fucking
corner
joke.
people in the bathrooms? You need to question yourself.
Well, that's the best place to get, positive feedback for your comedy.
That way, if they don't agree with you, if they're not laughing, you just start peeing on their shoes.
Exactly. So anyway, I just wanted to know if like I constructed this whole thing and practiced it, and I thought it was funny. Is it actually funny to a group of strangers? Of strangers thought it was funny. And I was like, okay, well then I can do it.
The answer is yes. So we have a number of different stories to suggest for you. I'm going to suggest right now the time I beat your ass at JCPenney's.
Yeah.
Or was it Sears?
I don't remember where it was, but I do remember that is the only other grocery store story I have that I remember with you.
Slash shopping experience.
Well, actually, there was one time we were coming out of the commissary on Offit, and I was like, there's that scene in Men in Black when Tommy Lee Jones is like trying to get the cockroach to eat him, and he's like, eat me. And I was just saying that as we were walking out of the fucking, because that scene just popped into my head and you got real fucking mad and was like asking why I would say that. And I was like, it's from Men in Black. And you're like, I guess, dude, shut the fuck up. Stop saying it.
Well, I mean, I don't know how old you were, but screaming
young
at the top of your lungs in public is generally, especially as like you were probably 10 or 11.
Yeah,
I'm guessing that, I was thinking, that's probably, they're looking at me thinking, why are you training your son to scream, eat me?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, why wouldn't you? But you say, if people started staring, you should have just been like, the fuck y'all looking at? And then we just get back in the car.
Yeah, it could have been like that. You can tell the story that I did say that.
Fuck y'all looking at?
Right, because my dad
make it more
said
southern.
that.
Make sure he spits on the sidewalk.
My dad was
He
Charlie
gets into
Murphy.
his truck.
Right. Anyway, yeah, I don't actually remember that, to tell you the truth. But as you say that, I can see why I would admonish you for, screaming out, eat me.
I was doing that earlier, actually. I screamed that quite a bit.
People like it when you say that you don't fucking. I had the mom, like when she lost her kid in that bit, I was like, oh my God, my fucking baby. I made her sound like that the whole time. Oh my God. And then I was like, yeah, the mom was Joey Diaz. And Taylor said the chick next to her fucking lost her mind.
Well, yeah, there's lots of other stories that you and I have together.
Yeah, we do. I'm glad Taylor came with me. Shout out to Taylor, because I was going to have no one come with me because I didn't want my friends and or family or loved ones to see me eat a plate of dicks in front of strangers.
And were they delicious?
No, because he didn't eat a plate of dicks. He killed.
Yeah, well, whatever.
You
It was
took
fine.
False
everyone's
choice. You
dick
could have done
instead.
both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, too bad coronavirus has nipped your budding comedy
Back to
career.
coronavirus. I'm glad
Yeah.
we're taking it back around here. So I've taken the liberty. I was going to ask, and then I just took the liberty of go ahead and calculating an estimated death toll. Okay, if it hits everyone in the U.S. right now, with the statistics I gave you earlier. So what I
Okay.
got for each age group, I'll just go down the list here. Teenagers, it's going to get 84,000 in the U.S. 20s,
Ooh.
90,000. 30s, 87,000. 40s, 161,840. 50s, 556,000. 60s,
Thousand.
1.3 million. Fuck you. 70s, 1.8. 80s, 1.8 as well, nearing 1.9. Total death rate calculated is about 6 million, and that would be 1.8% of the U.S. population, whereas the Spanish flu had an estimated death toll of nearly 700,000 in the U.S., and would have been 0.6% of the population, nearing
But,
0.7.
however, that assumes 100% infection rate, right?
It does. So that's the worst case scenario, is 6 million people dead, which is, about, what's the population of? Let's find a U.S. state.
300 million, right?
Yeah, 333 or 34 million, I
In
think.
the total U.S., yes.
Yeah. But let's assume instead an infection rate of 50%. I
I was
think
going to say
that's fair.
75.
All right, 70. Split the difference. That's still a shitload of people.
So 70% of what would you say? 6 million total.
Yeah.
So 70% of that would be. Is that how that math would work?
Well, actually, it would work a little bit differently, but at the bottom line,
About 4.2 million would die if a 70% infection rate went in place.
Out
Well,
of 300 million. Yeah, that
assuming
happens every day, right?
assuming that none of these approaches that we're taking now are
So
not effective.
100% infection rate would about be the population of Maryland completely wiped out from the United States. And then 70% would be the whole population of Oregon.
Wow.
All right.
That's
You're
a
welcome.
big difference.
Thanks for doing the math on that.
I will say that it's
That's a better kind of way to look at it, I think.
it's fascinating how obsessed I feel about this damn thing. Like,
Everyone's talking about it. You can't
Because it happened so fast. Like I said,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
went
for
from
sure.
being a far off, whimsical disease to like, okay, here it is now. It's a fucking it's a global pandemic.
yeah.
Also, it's cool that kids are getting plague days off from school. I never got plague days.
Murphy currently has plague days until the foreseeable future.
That's
Yeah, so
fucking
does
cool,
my- so
man.
does
We
my
only
mom.
ever got snow days. Now kids get
Well,
plague days.
Technically speaking, her school district is using their snow days, and then they're going to evaluate the situation at the end of that period.
Oh, that sucks, dude. They're using the snow days. That's cheap.
Well, and
Is it though?
well, here's the thing. So how many schools
plague days.
in the greater Omaha area, not that you're there, but if you were in Omaha, how many school districts in Omaha have closed?
Well, OPS is the largest school district, and it is closed, which is just a shitload of schools.
Millard North is
a lot of schools. Millard is closed. Elkhorn is on spring break right now, and then they're going to online only the following week. I think
yeah.
until the end of April.
Actually, Millard's on spring. I only know because I work with so many fucking Millard kids. But their school got canceled on Friday, and then this week
Millard
is
isn't
their
going
spring
back.
break.
Millard
now
is
they're
also
not going back. Okay. God
I
damn,
know.
that would be so
So the only
lit for
thing,
them, dude.
the only school district that's left then is West Side, and I think, there's only like one or two holdouts right now.
I just wish this plague
Ralston,
happened when I
maybe.
was in school.
So on my
I
end,
wish
I
that it would
know.
work for my work. Like, I would love to work from home, but
Why can't you fucking work from home? I don't understand how you can't do that.
I might start doing it. I have to make sure everyone else is set up first. So,
I understand.
Yeah. Why
Now,
can't
no-
you do that from your home?
well, because I physically have to go to the computers and do things.
Yeah,
Why
she's
can't you
gotta-
just call them and direct them?
No, she's got
Are
to
you
throw
kidding?
switches. She's got to there's some holes that she's gotta
Levers
dig.
and knobs.
Yes.
I
buttons.
actually did. I did a lot of the infrastructure and stuff on Friday, in preparation to basically not come back this week.
Yeah.
So I think this week is going to be the people are going to slowly start filtering out of the office.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true. Now, Noah, what about not if I'm just going to say you're in Florida.
Not that I
So-
live in Florida, but the University of Florida has switched to totally online classes now. Half of the school has gone home, and not that my girlfriend would go there or anything, but she has said that the dorms are like totally empty. There's like nobody walking the streets. It's kind of horrifying. It's a little post-apocalyptic. And my personal schooling for a non-trades thing has switched totally online for the next week, and then we got our spring break. Oh, and I know some schools in Virginia are going back in April, like 17th or something. They've called it all off. They've called like a month off school already.
Well, yeah, dope. Exactly. I think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, okay. So all these schools are getting called off, right? And people are still like, I just don't understand how people don't understand not to go out when all these fucking things are getting shut down. Stop going out then.
But
they're all
people are
off. It's
stupid
time to
and
go
hate their
party, go
kids, right?
shopping.
Yeah.
Fucking go out to eat, go bowling.
Yeah, let's let this stranger cut up a cake with this fucking. I could have that shit. Yeah, let me just cut up some cake for you guys. Here you go.
Ooh, also,
Let me just cough directly into my. Who the fuck coughs directly into their hand anymore? You should have just been right there. You should have been
Monsters
like,
I work with.
you should have. Excuse me. Hey, what was that? Why would you do that? Fuck the plague. Why would you even do that? What were you planning to do with the discharge in the palm of your hand now?
That's why God invented pants.
What people choose to do with their discharge is their choice.
I guess not when there's a plague going on.
Yeah.
So another thing, Yang, another horrifying toy. A look at if we had a 6 million, 100% infection rate, that death toll right there, 6 million people. Okay, that would be like taking DC, Alaska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Delaware, and Rhode Island. Oh, and Montana, totally off the map. Like
Really,
that.
Montana's so big.
Montana's only on 1 million people, dogs.
And
it's
it
big
wouldn't be like
geographically.
taking them off the map. They would
Like,
still
all
be
of
there on the map.
All of the people would just be gone.
Yeah.
All those lights, what? They're just gonna leave the lights on. You know what I mean? I mean, look, a dark, pitch black. All right.
Probably not.
satellite
Probably not
image
going to
is
leave the
what
lights
you-
on.
They're not gonna leave the lights on.
No,
It's
actually. So,
like
Stephen,
North Korea up there.
you remember last week, son, I was telling you about The Stand?
Yes.
So The Stand is about a plague.
Oh, okay.
So it's a good one to read right now.
You know what's even better
disgusting.
than The Stand?
So disgusting. Don't read it. Fuck
You
it.
know what's better than The Stand?
What?
Poe's Red Mask of Death.
Oh, yes.
Or Red Masquerade, something like that.
Yes, The Mask
You know
of the
why
Red
it's better?
Death.
Yeah, there you go.
MASQE. The Mask of the Red Death. Yes, quite entertaining.
It better highlights the class divide that's going to be highlighted here in America.
America.
Well, I will say this, that the healthcare system that we have is not at this time particularly well suited to this particular problem set. I think that's an understatement.
You,
But
you
it's so
saw
true.
you saw a fucking pandemic, right, Dad? How was that?
It was pandemic-y. I saw the whole miniseries while I was sick, and who knows what I was sick with. Do you know what I'm saying?
When were you sick?
I can't
Yeah,
remember.
he had the flu fucking
It was
a few
early
weeks ago.
February, and it was like one day.
Yes.
Yeah, while you were
Well.
flying around all over the world in your fucking disease tubes
Dude,
with
it's-
congressmen left and right.
Even if it would have been 0.4% chance of dying.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
but-
the chance of death is not the point. The point is that look, I got sick in early February.
Which is when we think the first couple cases were happening in the U.S.
Well, no, they were happening before that, I think. but-
Yeah, they were just not being documented. I'm sure it's been going on for a little bit before we thought.
Yes, and then Bradley got sick about 2 weeks ago, and then Elsie got sick last week. So, I mean, is it possible that all three of us have had COVID-19 and been shedding virus and working all around the East Coast? The
Without
answer is
even
yes.
knowing it. And also, it has an incubation period of 2 weeks. So that kind of fits the timeline there.
You just don't know is the problem because, in the beginning parts of February, we weren't even remotely talking about wide-scale testing.
No.
And now when we are talking about wide-scale testing, Elsie can't get a test. How about
Yeah.
that?
In the span of a month.
Yes. So what's the point? The point is that, Noah, your statistics, while frightening, are in fact probably that is not what's going to happen.
Oh, I
Simply
know. I'm just saying, worst case, man. Worst case scenario.
Just a little bit of fun math, you know,
Yeah, just a little bit,
for the
just a little
family.
bit fun little math, family math.
Yeah, I'm a liberal arts guy. You know
This is bonding through mathematics, Father. Okay.
that.
The important thing is lock up your old people.
Lock up the
Yeah.
old people and you know,
Throw
just
away the kids.
disease. Let's just
Gra-
say the word disease as many times.
Grandma and I were talking about taking a trip this summer, and we talked recently. Yeah, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't think I should be traveling," and I was like, "Yeah, you're not
No.
traveling."
You shouldn't be leaving at all.
Well, I mean, by this summer, hopefully all of this will be contained, resolved, whatever. But at the same time, the economic consequences are going to be absolutely unbelievable, starting with the airline industry. The
Already have
airline
been.
industry has been absolutely hammered by this.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's possible, although certainly not guaranteed, but it's possible we will see a domestic travel ban in the next week. That would be my guess.
That's really interesting.
That's
I do know
serious.
that we had not a bunch of, but we had a not insignificant number of client meetings that were going to happen on site, and all of them canceled this week. So, like, we had people coming in, and all of them were like, "Yeah, we'll just do this remotely."
Right, yeah. You would think there would have been more cancellations for people having birthday parties for children in a fucking disease house and a little bouncy house full of dis-ease. But no,
It might
None
be
of
their
that.
last birthday, okay? Live it
yeah,
up.
yeah, no shit. And that deposit's non-refundable, so it's like $150.
Yeah, I mean, that money ain't coming back. So you might as well let little Johnny lick the guardrails and jump on the trampoline
Naturally.
Well, he still can.
while he still can. Indeed. Oh man, that's good. That's the kind of forward thinking we want out of American parents. Hey, so speaking of Americans, are you an American, Noah?
Nah, dog.
Well, but pretty soon, right?
I got another interview at an undisclosing time in April. So
Oh, okay. So that
Hopefully,
and that should be the last interview, presuming that everything isn't canceled.
yeah, Lord willing. Well, yeah, we'll see if even that interview is going on at that time. Shoot, I doubt they cancel. Well,
Are you
no.
sure this is a legit interview? Like, you didn't look this up on Craigslist, did you? Like, American citizenship,
No,
cheap.
this isn't like a little porn shoot kind of action. No, it's all official letterhead. Okay, this is all. This is all.
It's a
checked out.
fancy porn studio.
You can, you can fake.
I'm not
letterhead,
basic
dude.
bitch. Okay,
Yeah.
I only go to the highest.
So it's going to be a situation where you think you're coming in for an interview with the Immigration and Naturalization Service, but it's actually the
Oh, he'll naturalize
International
you.
Nuts Society of Motion Picture Producers.
Well, all right then. I mean, as long as I get paid. I mean, that's the big thing, right?
The real telltale is going to be if they give you an outfit to show up in.
Right. Hey,
that's true.
pursuant to our earlier letter about our April appointment, the appointment is still on. We're going to ask you to dress in a yellow banana hammock, much like that worn by Borat.
Borat.
Just by
Borat. I don't know why you do the weird.
Isn't
A's
it okay?
thing.
First, isn't it Borat? And
Yeah,
also,
it's fucking
isn't that
Borat,
in
dude. It
Bruno?
took me a
Isn't
minute.
that
I'm
a
like,
part
who
of
the fuck?
Bruno, not Borat?
They
No,
both did it.
Isn't that the wrong Sacha Baron Cohen movie?
No,
They
it's
both did it.
yeah.
They both did it. What did he do it? Was that when he's wrestling with the other guy naked?
No,
You
no.
know, there's so many instances of two guys naked wrestling in my head. I can't distinguish one from the other, to be honest.
Right. I've got Tom and Jerry wrestling naked now. I've got all kinds of images.
Oh,
I'm gonna have
Well,
to
I mean,
meditate.
Uh,
Well, anyway,
whatever furry shit you're into, Dad.
yeah. So, so outside of coronavirus and any other personal news that anyone has, news that's personal to you that we don't know about.
Did I have a cat on the last podcast?
No, you did not. Now you have a cat.
Now I have a cat, and my girlfriend has a cat.
Oh,
We got two cats in a month. It was kind of, dude. It's like it might be a problem. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's
They
how it
multiply
starts.
quickly.
They sure
Yeah.
do. You've had exponential growth in cats.
It's
oh,
really
what? You got more cats?
Yeah, dude. There's lots of
Dude, my cat's got a cold, Noah, since you're such a cat expert. He's been sneezing like a motherfucker. What do I do?
COVID-19. Put him down.
Can cats get that?
No.
Dogs
No,
can.
it does not. It's not cat born yet.
Cat born. Yeah, but his eye's really watery. Like it's not like. And I
Have you
looked
tried
it up.
taking him to the fucking vet?
No, I
I mean,
haven't.
that's
Well, because
that's-
I don't. I kind of spent all my money on groceries, and like my money situation is directly affected by this plague. So
He's probably
You
got
know.
seasonal allergies. Give him a little local honey.
then Kitty,
give him
Kitty's-
what?
Give him a
Local
cough
honey.
drop. I don't fucking know, dude.
She
Milk
said
and honey?
She said local honey, but I'm suggesting
Oh,
some
there ain't no
Zyrtec.
fucking.
How,
What is
how about,
Zyrtec?
how about some imported honey? Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, see,
all right.
local honey
Calm
is
down.
important because it's microdosing basically the thing that you're allergic to, and it helps build your immunity up to it.
Wait, they're
no.
allergic to honey?
No, it's pollen. You see,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
honey's made out
okay.
of
He's
pollen.
got the
so if you-
allergies.
I get what you're
Yeah,
saying.
allergy.
And okay, now I get it.
That's actually kind of smart. Maybe I should.
Yeah,
do
but
that.
he's sneezing like fucking a lot, like 20 times in a row.
I mean, cats can get like colds. Like there are cat colds. Like that's a thing. They have their
Okay.
own viruses.
It's not, but his sneezing has been slowing down a little bit. It's just his eyes are fucking. It's like he's crying all the time.
Is he doing it into his paws and then opening doors?
No, and if he did, I'd call his ass out. I'd be like, hey, what the fuck are you doing, dude? We don't do that in here. Wash your fucking hands, you savage.
Keep your lung goo to yourself.
Keep the lung butter in your fucking fur or something, not on your little jelly bean hands, you sick fuck. Get out of here.
But of course, Mean Mr. Mustard is not doing that. Obviously.
He's hygienic
Yeah. Okay. Good.
in that way.
In that
Can
way.
cats,
Is he
can
sneezing
cats
into
get
your shirt?
sinus infections? Could he have like a kitty sinus infection? Is that a thing?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I assume if you have sinuses, no matter what creature you are, it could get infected.
Well, yeah. If his eyes are watering, I mean, that's kind of like what happens when your sinuses are stuffed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll give it a couple of weeks and see how he does.
Probably gonna be fine. I mean, that's just how things work.
Yeah.
Also, if you get desperate, you can look up liquid colloidal silver and put little drops in his little eyes. It's also supposed to help knock things out.
Yeah. Also, if things get kind of take a turn for the worse, there's this solution called 1 ounce of lead, and that'll take care of it permanently.
Or,
Okay. I was
Final
thinking maybe
or a very humane put down, out of bed. That's also an option.
I was thinking maybe I would get some thermometers from the 50s and just break them into a can of wet cat food and just see if that works.
That'd probably help. Well, anyway, so what are your cat's names, Noah?
Oh, well, we named one Saya, the one she wanted. She likes Saya. I wasn't super on it.
Saya, like the color?
Saya. No,
Oh,
not like
that's-
Saya.
Saya.
that's-
When's Saya color?
No,
What color
that's
is Saya?
cyan.
Kind of
Oh.
like Saint Seiya, but more like Saya, or like a Sai, but with an A at the end. Like that.
Okay. Okay.
So it's just a
S-A-Y-A.
random series of noises,
It's not-
basically.
Okay. So look, here's the thing, man. I'm gonna break this down for you. All right.
Yeah.
So now you got me needing to defend it. All right. So Freya is my cat's name. Okay. Freya, which is the goddess of war,
Right.
in Norse mythology.
In
Kind
Norse
of badass.
mythology, yeah.
So my girlfriend liked that. So we were going through Norse names. And all of them were like weird ass shit, like
Hard to
akin
pronounce.
Hagrid, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so Saga came up, but in Swedish, right? So when there's a G in Swedish, it makes a Y sound. Like the name for Sweden in Swedish is Sverige, which is spelled with a G at the end for the Y. So I was like, well, it could be like Saga or Saya, and she liked the Saya, so we went with that.
Okay.
Can
See,
I
that's-
just butt in
That's
here
the
for a second?
poetry.
Yeah,
Okay.
butt in, Sarah.
You want to know what every single cat I've ever owned has been named?
Kitty.
Kitty.
Yeah, I call my cat Meow Meow usually.
Asshole. Asshole. Asshole.
Well, some are more assholish than others, obviously.
That's true. My cat's a sweetheart.
Which one? Meow meow?
Both Meow Meows are sweethearts. to be
I've
honest with
forgotten
you.
what that's like.
Yeah.
My
yeah.
cat's an
He's got some
evil,
PTSD.
evil asshole.
Yeah, your cat has kind of given you you're kind of a hostage to Mean Mr. Mustard.
Yeah. Yeah, when he gets older, dude, I don't know what the fuck he's going to be like.
Well, I don't know. All I know is you better watch your back. That's all I know for sure. 'Cause that cat is evil.
Straight evil. You
Yeah,
can see
so-
the wicked glee in his eyes. You know what he did the other day?
What,
Like,
what did he do?
it healed up, but bro, like when Taylor goes to work and it's just me and him and I'm still asleep, he'll like lay in bed next to me and he was asleep. I was asleep. I thought he was asleep next to me. No, he was awake, just staring at me, I guess. and he fucking just sliced my arm open and walked away while I was asleep. Like I was laying there, and he just opened up my arm and then walked away.
But you
No
missed
reason.
this part because you were sleeping, of course. But he was whispering the whole time. This is the time. This might not be the day, but soon. Look how easily I could kill you. You could bleed out, and you would never know.
You're getting off so light. Ooh, my claw's right over your jugular. We'll just move it down to your fucking arm. Getting off so light today, motherfucker.
Is what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Noah, what is your cat's actual name? You said we have Saya and
Oh, Freya, Goddess of War.
okay,
Saya
so that,
and Freya. That's
okay.
it?
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Oh,
like
okay. I missed the whole. I just came in mentally when Dad was like, "Oh, the number of your cats is growing," and then I thought, maybe you had like 5 or 6.
No. Like this is we've decided needs to end. Like period, full stop. Like we each have a cat now. That's it. Like we can't.
I was thinking about
can't-
getting the second one, honestly, so that Mustard's not just by himself all the time.
Oh,
Me
I
and
know,
Taylor
that's what
work
I was
all day.
thinking. That's why I encouraged her. I was like, you should really get that cat. Freya needs a friend. Of course, when we brought her home, the battle shit's begun. Like Freya immediately hissed at the other cat. She
She's
saw her.
Goddess
She's like,
of War. I mean, put it together.
Yeah, and Elsie does have a point. When you name a cat Freya, Goddess of War, can you expect anything but aggressive behavior?
and I'm kind of proud of her for it. Is that bad? I don't know.
Kind of proud of her for it. Right. When she gouges out, Saya's eyeballs, you're going to be real proud.
They're evenly matched, okay? It would be an honest fight. That's all I'm saying. They both got claws, all right? They're both about the same age, same weight, They're ready for a good, honest, duking it out.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And basically, it's going to be, a fight to the death, and, the winner takes all.
Yeah,
I
winner
kinda told
takes
my
all,
girlfriend
owner
that-
cleans up the mess.
Yeah, speaking of which,
And
speaking
forfeits their deposit.
Speaking of cats and messes, right? So I'm vacuuming the basement yesterday, as one does. And while I'm vacuuming the basement, I come across more dried cat shit. I'm like, is there an end to this dried cat shit? I mean, they
Okay.
have perfectly serviceable litter boxes, but occasionally, for reasons which are unclear to me, they decide to shit in eldritch areas, just unusual areas.
Okay, it's about power, Dad, but go on.
It's a power move.
Well, they have the power because I can't stay awake all night to keep them from shitting in these bizarre areas.
Yeah, you have to sleep at some point. That's the edge they got on you. You have to work and pay bills and shit. They got all fucking night.
It's true. And they use that to their advantage because they're asleep while I'm awake, those fuckers. I mean,
Yeah.
this.
They're just napping. They're just cooling, just all fucking sprawled out, scratching their fucking legs and shit. Can't wait till you go to sleep. We'll be up all night,
Right.
shitting.
Right. I'm going to shit first in my litter box, but I'm not going to stop there. Oh, no.
It starts in the litter box. Where it ends, wherever the night takes me.
That's right. Yeah. The cats. They always raise their little paws and give you the middle finger somehow. I'll give you another example. The other day, I'm just, Ginger meows at me. Ginger's one of our 2 cats. She just meows at me plaintively. Yeah. I thought maybe she'd like to be pet.
She's
So
more
I
like
reached-
a banshee.
Yeah, well, that's appropriate. Yeah, it was more like that. Anyway, so I reached down to pet her lovingly, like a nice owner. Scratch her behind the ears, bite on the palm, just like that. I mean, I guess you didn't want to be petted. I guess you just wanted to lure me in so you could bite my ass. Thanks.
You do that to me all the time when I fucking live with you guys.
Yeah, she's like that.
She's never once done it to Brad or I. Just saying.
Yeah, well, because she loves you two, and she fucking hates me and Noah. I mean, that's obvious, isn't it?
No,
Yeah.
you guys just don't understand that certain cats just like to be touched certain ways.
No, she's a hateful bitch and she doesn't like Canadians. That's what it is. Okay?
Nick,
She's
you've never had a
racist.
problem with her, have you?
Who?
You've
Pet-
pet my gray cat. She's not bit you.
No, but she usually never lets me get close enough to even try. But that
That's
I'm
fair.
okay with that. I'm
Yeah.
okay. I think I may have pet her maybe once. It's a her, right?
Yeah, well, who knows? I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not going to assume.
No one's ever gotten close
Wow.
enough to tell and live to tell the tale.
Exactly.
She's genetically female, but she has a big alpha male energy.
Yeah,
She's
for
got
sure.
big dick energy, as the
Are
kids
Are you
say.
telling me you guys got a trans cat? Is that what's going on here?
Well, we don't know. We don't know what's going on here.
The cat
We're
doesn't really like to
assuming.
discuss its feelings that much, you know?
No, other than I don't like to be petted by you, you fuckface.
That's
I mean,
okay. My own cat does that to me all the time, lures me in, or just waits till I'm asleep and opens me. You understand?
Yeah, I understand. I understand totally.
At least he doesn't open you and then shit on it. Now that would be
That would be a
excessive.
whole different bag of hammers. Taylor would come home from work and I'd have to be like, I don't know what happened. He went, these guys, they broke in and ripped him to shreds.
To shreds, you say?
Yes. So, So Noah, you got a cat. That's another cat. That's a lot of personal news. Sarah, any personal news?
No,
No. All right. Fine. Good. How are the dogs?
they're doggy. They're fine.
They're fine.
Woof.
Moose still smoking?
3 packs a day.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. All right. Sorry to hear that. But what are you gonna do? And then Nick, we already heard your personal news. Elsie, what's your personal news, if any?
I pretty much shared it that I had to touch somebody else's cough slime and then was homesick.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And then my personal news is, telework. Telework is the personal news.
Mhm.
That's the word.
Yeah, I was happy about it on Thursday when I heard that actually earlier in the week we were going to have to do a mandatory telework exercise at my office. I was pretty excited about it until I found out Peter's going to be home and Brad's going to be home. And it's like my nice day at home, and now it's just fucked.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, having me around, everyone knows that's a pain in the ass. No one is disagreeing. God damn it.
To be fair, I was
Long,
petting a dog
awkward
at the
silence.
time.
Yeah, I got a cat somewhere within my dwelling.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Distracting.
So,
Fine.
Dad, wait. So, how's your? I know you probably aren't at liberty to discuss your job that much, but
No, not at
what
all.
have you
So
been-
let me just say this in general about the National Capital Region. Most military facilities are going to be working from home, and it's publicly announced that the Pentagon, which employs somewhere between 20 and 30,000 people, that
shut
almost
down.
everybody in the Pentagon is going to be teleworking.
Okay, well, still getting paid though, right?
Hells yeah.
Well, then it's all good. Nothing to worry about.
Right. As long as that $1 continues to be worth 1 and not 0,
Right,
then
yeah.
we're going to be good.
As long as, right.
Right. I can tell you how we can solve this problem for money.
Money. Wait, who's paying me to explain this to you?
Gentlemen, I think there's a solution here that we've all missed.
There's a plain solution we're all not seeing here.
Kaboom. Anyway, so that's the personal news is some quality time at home. Real quality time.
Well, cool. Also, I just wish I had more weapons,
Dude, am I right? I had the same thought that after this whole thing blows over and I realize it's locking the barn door after the horse is out.
Right.
But
if we make it through this one,
yeah, we got to get some guns, dude.
Yeah,
I'm just
yes,
saying, and a
yeah.
shitload of ammo.
Yeah.
I've thought about that.
I've ever heard.
Are you
What's
guys
that?
Are you guys killing yourselves?
What's
no,
that,
we're not
Noah?
killing ourselves. I'm just trying to keep my food in my house.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dog. Or getting somebody else's food into my house and whatever.
Yeah, whatever it comes
For
down
other
to.
Kids
And
all
Dad-
pile on.
Dad, what I had said to that was that is the most American response to this I have ever heard.
That's the most
Yeah.
survivalist response that there is. That's what you do if you want to live through the next shit hits the fan, assuming we live through this one,
Yeah,
which I'm sure we will. But
I'm sure we will. Yeah, but
it's just
then
gonna be
after
a-
that-
line of thinking
it's just
is
going to be a
very-
depression again, and we're all going to be living in shanties. It's all good. But we will live. We'll survive. We'll have each other.
Right.
Aw, it's tender.
And then we're gonna buy guns.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then we're going to
lots
buy
of guns.
so many guns.
Oh,
Many guns
so
we can
much
get
ammo.
our fucking hands on.
Yeah. And this is the kind of information, though, that you need to know before you go have your citizenship interview. Am I right? So when they ask you what's the right response to a national, a national crisis, you're going to be able to tell them, no, it's not banding together. No, it's not thinking of your brother. No, it's not, getting together in collective action. It's getting a gun and a shitload of ammo.
Many
With all due
guns, as many
respect
guns as you can.
to both of you. I live in Florida, guys. I've heard this spiel a long time.
Yeah, but this time it's for real.
Yeah, and this,
Trust me, I've had like 5 people tell me that in the last week. Don't worry, man.
and
You know what? Uncle
and-
Guy always used to tell me that there's a lot of things you can never have too much of, and guns is one of them. And I really, I'm really seeing the wisdom in that now.
yeah,
Don't
right.
become stereotypes, you guys.
What
Don't
do you
become
mean?
stereotypes either. But
How,
don't become
how do I become a stereotype by owning guns? And also, how
Because
do I
you're
become a
a-
stereotype?
Well, I think you become a stereotype by first by recording yourself. So
Yes.
we're a
Okay.
leg up on that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
we are.
And a stereotype because you're a Midwestern white male who's panicking about the pandemic and now wants guns to solve all his problems.
Well, no. It's not. I'm not panicking about the pandemic. I'm just saying. And also, I'd rather be a stereotype than dead or starving. But also, what the first thing is that I'm not. Like Dad said, it's like kind of trying to close the barn door after the horse is out. But assuming this is all good, you just want guns just in case. I'm not saying they're going to solve all our problems, but wouldn't you rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it?
I mean, I
mean-
did consider getting a concealed carry. I'm not not calling myself a hypocrite here.
And I'm not
but-
talking about just a concealed carry, Sarah. I mean, like, just like a couple of rifles and also a pistol.
In
but some
multiple
rifles.
calibers, of course. I mean,
Yeah,
you can't just
and
have one caliber.
A shotgun or two, but most importantly, ammo.
Ammo. That's where it's at, brother.
Yeah.
I mean,
Lots of ammunition.
hey, you know
Yeah.
what a gun is without ammo? A
Dick.
paperweight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's a good club. It's a good club.
It could be.
Yeah,
You're right.
it's okay. It's okay as a club.
Put a bayonet on it. It could be like a spear type situation.
Yeah, stabby thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
But still, no longer the boomstick. You know what I
Right.
mean?
You're gonna
And
want that
No,
therefore,
no boomstick.
yeah, you want boomstick.
Right.
Boomstick, boomstick, boomstick.
Yeah, no, I say all this, but I got a rifle I've got my eye on for when I get some more cash. So.
Okay, well, yeah, cool, good. Keep your eye
good
on it.
thinking. Yeah, I actually, as you both know, I gave Sarah and Nicholas, when they were children, a couple of rifles that Guy gave me when he was feeling suicidal.
Which I still have one of, locked
that-
and loaded.
oh, good. You have ammo for it? Excellent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I realized, like, there's no, if you plan on having a gun for any kind of protection, you make sure the safety's on and make sure everyone knows what the business is, but keep it loaded. No time to load it in a serious situation.
Fair enough. Sarah, is your shotgun? You don't even have your shotgun in your house, do you?
Why would I disclose that information?
God damn.
But she does.
All right.
Yeah. Well, for all this shit you gave us, it turns out you're the most serious. Right.
That's
Not
how
only
you
does
play it. That's how you win the game, Dad.
Yeah, exactly. Now, not only does she have a shotgun, but she actually has a series of 50 cals on automatic that are wired in to her surveillance.
Yeah, she has automated sentries that target heat signatures.
with 50 caliber rounds. That
You
she-
think those security cameras are just for show? Think again.
Not at all. I can't believe that fox lived to tell the tale.
That motherfucker.
He was agile. Agile as a motherfucker. Agile like a
Well,
fox.
and let's face it. Do I really want the authorities coming to ask questions over a fucking fox? Then he wins. He wins even when he's dead.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I hope your chickens are all. Any further chicken fatalities, Sarah?
No, they've been no. But we did get a surprise snow, so we'll have to see if they survive any. If they get any frostbite, because they're all stupid motherfuckers, and
Right.
B, if they do get it, if they survive.
Hey, are your hens laying by chance?
Yeah, I got eggs for days. No egg shortage here.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
that's good to know. All right.
What am I gonna do? Ship them to you?
No, you're not.
He's just concerned for your egg ration.
Oh yeah. We could literally live off eggs.
We actually almost ended up only being able to get eggs because we have a friend who has chickens. So that's why he was asking.
Yeah, so in light of the plague, it seems a good idea to get some guns, get some chickens.
Yeah, absolutely. Not
Guns and
and
chickens.
in that order, by
yeah.
the way.
Yeah, it
And snares.
definitely in that order. Chickens ain't going to help you get guns.
I agree with
They
the
might.
I agree with the snares piece too. And Elsie is pretty accurate. Guns will help you get chickens.
Yeah,
I mean,
guns
they're
will
good-
help you get chickens.
They're not going to be your chickens. Oh, until you get them
Yeah.
with the gun.
And then you train the chicken to use the gun.
That's where the money is.
Train the chicken to defend itself. Yeah.
Hey,
Just
so
get guineas.
You know what? We're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna tell you a quick story about when society really breaks down. So I was in Afghanistan a decade ago with a guy. Let's just call him Muhammad Ghalib. Anyway, so Muhammad was the provincial veterinarian, and the vet on our team and I were down in his office in downtown. Let's just call it Asadabad for the sake of argument. And he had a lovely office. I mean, a lot of room and very well maintained. And there were a lot of buildings in, let's just call it Asadabad, that weren't that nice. And my veterinarian asked Muhammad, "Say, Dr. Ghalib, how is it that you managed to get this nice office?" And he looked us straight in the eye and said, "Oh, we took it by force." So that's what happens when society kind of breaks down. The guy with the most guns wins.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Get guns.
Yeah. Especially if you want nice office space.
Now, if this were a podcast that people actually listen to, I would tell them not to get guns so that I could just get the guns. But no one listens, so I'm telling you guys specifically.
Right. Thank you. That's an excellent point.
Now you guys got me going. I'm looking at a gun right now.
Okay, great. Well, I think this has been a very successful pod then. Well, shall we wrap it up? Any closing thoughts, anyone? How about you, Elsie? Any closing thoughts?
Just that at least I know where I can go get guns almost immediately when society does break down.
Which is where? From Nick?
No, much closer than that.
Oh,
Convenient like.
Okay, good. Ooh, well, you'll have to tell me after the pod. All right, then, Noah, any final parting thoughts?
Oh, just stay safe, folks. And you know what'll protect you in these troubling times with horrifying coronavirus? Go union, all right? Just join a union. Just go ahead. Sign up, join up. You know what I mean? It'll protect you. I don't know how, but I'm sure it will.
My boss is extremely anti-union. What do I do about that?
You're just
join
gonna
the union.
gonna want to go ahead, give him a pamphlet, okay, and just tell him to join the union too. And that's really, that's how we all win.
How do I get a union, Sarah?
Well, you talk with your fellow coworkers, and then you pay a bunch of money to
unionize?
somebody.
Well, yeah,
And
that's kind of a
then-
lengthy discussion. You talk to your fellow coworkers, you go present your demands, and because Nebraska is an at-will state, you get fired.
You all get fired.
Yeah.
And then you
Awesome.
apply for unemployment, and you live off the government,
Dope. Cool.
just like Karl Marx wanted.
Dope.
Well, Sarah, do you have any additional parting thoughts?
No, that's it, man.
Okay.
Go
All
red or
right.
go home.
Wow. And then I don't endorse that. And then Nick,
Excuse you, I was just talking about the Huskers. Jesus,
gotcha,
communist.
Got it. Go Big Red. Yeah, that's
Told on yourself, Dad.
Here's a fun fact. That was also Stalin's motto, Go Big Red. Same as the Cornhuskers. Little known historical fact.
Also
Nick,
the same song. My advice is stay home. Stay fucking home. Unless you have to. It's unavoidable sometimes, I know, especially for me because I got to go to work. And even though that's counterintuitive to me being able to pay my bills, telling people to stay home, but stay home.
Except if you want some of that sweet, sweet, sweet Wuhan Hubei Chinese buffet.
Yeah, that
Also,
the
if you're a
Wuhan
really-
Cafe.
If you're a really good tipper, you can come in.
Yeah. What else he said? There you
Right.
go.
All right.
Make
Well-
it worth the plague, please. That's all I ask.
All right. I think that's fair. Well, good show, kids.
All right.
See, that's a plague outro right there. That's what that is.
You did so good
That was
with
your
the
lungs
intro.
struggling.
Yeah, well, this has been a Shinn show, and it's a production of Shinfluence. It's brought to you on a fake basis each week by Ziff's Fine Dining, plague-free for now, in Invercargill, New Zealand. Get on down there and get yourself some plague-free koala burgers while they last, and freshly slain kiwi juice, also guaranteed to be plague-free for now. It's also brought to you by the Church of Universal Energy and the Infinite Multiverse. If you ever needed a different timeline than right now, send me all your money, care of this podcast. And finally, it's brought to you by our one listener, Chris. Chris, sorry there hasn't been a prior shout out in this podcast, but we've all been panicked. The opinions on this podcast are those of the Shinn family and its participants alone. They represent the views only of themselves and nobody fucking else. Be sure and join us next week when we'll hear Sarah Shinn say,
I have all your TP. Come and get it. Try me.
watch out for the robotized the guns.
Auto
Watch out for them.
mechanical thermal heat signature detecting.
You're going to
guards.
watch it. Yeah. Anyway, wash your hands, kids. I love you.
Love you. Bye.
All
Don't
right,
wear
guys.
face masks. They don't work.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
stay
If you
home.
want
All right.
to. I
Well,
mean,
the
if
face
that's your
masks
fetish,
are
do
to
you.
protect everybody who's not sick. That's why they work when the sick people wear them, and they don't
Yeah,
really
but
matter.
if you're not sick, don't worry about it.
Yeah, of course.
If you're not sick, just wear 2 masks.
There you go. Double the protection.
So
One
does
on your
everyone-
mouth and one over your eyes.
Well, you want one over each eye. I mean, is it really?
Yeah, one over each eye and one over each ear, too.
Go ahead and just stick your head in a plastic bag. Get some duct tape, wrap it real tight around your
Yeah,
neck.
tight, so them germs can't get in.
It'll be fine.
100% effective. 100%.
Well, here's something to look forward to. However many people might die with this round of it, I think we're going to have a huge baby boom in about 9-10 months. So it might even out.
Great, even less parking. Awesome.
Oh, boy. You try and shut a podcast down. Look what happens.